Good morning. It's Thursday, May 5th, 2022. We are on the Carnival Vista, just arriving in Cozumel, Mexico. We've been here 4 or 5 times now. I've lost track, and today we're going on an excursion, probably one we've already been on, tequila tasting and chocolate tasting, and then we're going to take a boat ride. I think we're going to be in a glass bottom boat, so that'll be fun. See some underwater life. We're due in at 11, and right now it's about 10 o'clock, so we'll be getting off the ship soon for our excursion, and we will talk to you later. Oh, and it's Cinco de Mayo today, and we are in Mexico. They don't celebrate that holiday in Mexico, only in the US, so we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe they'll do it just for us Americans. We just got into port in Cozumel, and we are parked next to the Carnival Dream. I guess it's a little smaller than the Vista, but it looks pretty big. Good time anyway. Talk to you later. This is the Serenity deck on the Carnival Vista. It's adult only, 21 and over, and currently there is, I see one person up here sunning, maybe a couple of people. Hot tubs, nobody in it. Docked in Cozumel. This is awesome. There's another Carnival ship on the other side of the Dream, but I'm not sure which one it is. It's very small compared to the Dream. This side of the ship. Really nice up here. Very peaceful right now. I came up here the other day and couldn't get a seat. sky ride is still down for repair. Oh well, maybe next time. This ship will be porting in Port Canaveral, so we will have the opportunity to get back on it. I really like this ship. Every night they have movies on that screen there. Dive-in movies. So far we haven't found a movie that we wanted to see, so we haven't done it. Still got a couple of days left. Boy, the week goes by fast when you're having fun.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, here are the Carnival towel animals. I love this. Check this out, swans. Kissing swan. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Every single chair down here has a towel animal. Is that amazing? They must have been up all night doing this. This little guy. Check out the eyelashes. Even the tables. A dinosaur. Alright, we're heading back down. Here we are in Cozumel. We have the Carnival Paradise, which we were on a few weeks ago. We have the Carnival Dream, which we have never been on, and the Carnival Vista, which we are currently on.
Didn't say, just outside the door.
And Cozumel has not changed since we were here a few weeks back. I think we used to come in at closer to Margaritaville. I don't know. I just remember got to get hot. You got to get really hot. Mandatory masks, and not a person has a mask on. Ironically, we're in Mexico, and before you can get into the country, they have dogs sniffing for drugs. Here we are, the drug capital of the world. They don't want any more drugs in their country. Number 5.
Mucho. Gentlemen, if some of you need a mask?
Yeah, I did.
Mask?
I forgot.
Yeah, I grabbed some of those over there. You have you need?
I'm telling you how to grab that. I got some.
Oh, you got mine? How about this?
Seen water this color? Isn't it gorgeous?
Okay, familia. On behalf of our Captain Manuel and the rest of the crew, welcome on board and welcome to Cozumel Island. Once we get at the right part of all those colas where we're going, our Captain Manuel gonna slow down the engines. We're gonna make sure to enjoy the view at 100%. Alright? Once we pass around the cruise ships, all those 3 Carnival cruise ships, we will continue all the way down to the coral reefs. The name of our coral reef, the one we're gonna visit today, it's called Paradise. Paradise Reef is not very wide enough to be able to see from both sides from our boat at the same time. So what we're gonna do, once we get to the right spot, our Captain Manuel gonna slow down the engines, and he's gonna pass the view on one side first at 100%, then to the other side. Alright, first we're gonna do the view on the right, then on the left. Alright, then for now, enjoy the view. Once we get at the right side of all those colas, when we walk down, I will continue with more information about all those colas by microphone, and that way you guys can hear me well. Alright, thank you very much for the kind attention. For now, just enjoy the view. Alright?
Thank you.
Thank you. please, all the way around. 2 more steps, lady. One more. Good. All the way around, please. Thank you very much. Please, come to this side, please, my friend. Come to this side, please. Give me one, lady. You're gonna go this side. We have the steps. 2 more steps, please. Be careful. Okay, one more. Come to this side. Go all the way up, please, familia. You ladies, come over here, familia. Come to this side. Be careful with that. So 2 more steps, please. Be careful. Do it slowly. Okay. One.
Look at that. Look at that.
One more. Come to this side for my friend with there. Sir, come to this side, please.
It's not
Yeah.
like the
Former
submarine.
guest coming.
It's pretty
Come to this
cool
side.
in here.
Come to this side, please. Just give me one moment. Come to this side. Okay, give me one moment. No, sir. No, sir. This is too high. We're gonna give a round. 2 more says, come to this side,
We have
please.
to wear masks
Yeah, well, he's too
while
high.
we're
You can
looking
feel.
out the
Come to this side,
window
please, sir. Be
here.
careful. Take your time.
We do, so we are. We got a fish chart here.
You can get this one, sir. You can get this one, sir. This for you.
Oh, look at this guy.
You fine with there, man. Have a seat with you. You have a seat with you. You fine. Yeah. Over here? Yeah. Yeah. 2 more with there. Yeah. Have a seat with you. Give me a minute. Yeah. Be careful. One. And one more. Good. Fantastic. You guys okay? Alright everyone, yes, we are arriving to Paradise Reef. Like I've been telling you everyone, Paradise Reef is not very wide enough to be able to see from both sides from our boat at the same time. So what we're gonna do, our Captain Manuel gonna do the view at 100% on one side first, we're here on the right, and a few minutes later on, we're gonna do the view we're here on the left side. Alright? Then my friends, 2 things very important to all of you. My friends, if any of you guys want to take pictures with cameras, with flash, you guys need to put your camera against to the glass or against to the window. In that way, you guys don't get any flash reflections. Otherwise, just turn off your flash. And the second recommendation is, if any of you guys get a little seasick, you guys can let me know, and I can walk you upstairs to take a fresh air. Then at any time you guys decide to come back, you guys will do it. All right?
All right.
Okay.
Give me one moment right here. Good. Oh, excuse me, sir. Sir, come to this side. Get this window. Sir, get this window with you. Good, fantastic. There we go. And sir,
Switch with me if you
get this
want.
Oh, yeah, this one's way better.
Okay.
Switch with me if you want.
Alright everyone, while you guys enjoying the view and enjoying the excursion, I'm gonna give you a little bit more information about all those corals and all those fish. If you guys have some question, you guys can let me know, alright? Well, all the coral formations that is situated in this part of Mexico was discovered by the oceanographer named Mr. Jack Cousteau in the 60s. He discovered the second largest coral formations all around the world in the Caribbean Sea, which is along the coast of Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, and Mexico by the Yucatan Peninsula. Very important, coral formations grows up half an inch per year. Then that happen in the summer during the full moon 3 or 4 nights only. The coral reefs are massive limestone structure that provide shelter for nearly to 1/4 of all marine life, has one of the most complex ecosystems in the planet. Coral reefs are home to over 4,000 fuel, sand, and sediments, and don't allow the severe growths get deep on the bottom. And when the underwater currents become stronger, it pulls up all the seaweed as well as sediments away from this water and keep this water
Those are all
free
sergeant
from the
majors.
additional nutrients. For that reason, all this water looks completely clear and transparent, everyone. Then everyone in Paradise Reef, we're gonna see 2 different types of corals. We're gonna see the soft ones and the hard ones. From the soft coral formations, mainly all of those gonna looks like big leaves, brown and purple color, and all those corals moves back and forth with the quick actions or with the anti-currents. Those corals yes moves like a fence. For that reason, that's the name can get as a sea fin coral formation. Then the second part of those is a feathered coral formation. All those feathered coral formations looks brown color, very smooth. All those feathered coral formations just looks like bloomers. The third part of those is a seaweed coral formation. All those seaweed coral formations just looks like a little wave brown color. We can see a few of those looks kind of purple or green color. Why all those corals get that name as a seaweed one? Because in deeper waters, those corals already has long fingers, has long as a wave. For that reason, that's the name can get as a seaweed coral formations. Then all those corals is part of the soft ones from the hard coral formations. Meaning all of those gonna look brown color, gonna look like rocks, but all those corals have many beautiful shapes, such as brain coral, Montano cestal coral, elliptical, flowers, clue fingers, golf ball coral, black ball coral, lettuce, and many others. Then everyone, we can see many of those little fish, those striped ones, the ones with black and yellow color closest to our boat. All those little fish can as a sergeant major fish. Why? Because if we keep an eye, all those little fish have the same colors and numbers, like all those sergeant majors wearing the grade in the uniform in the army. For the reason all those little fish gets the name as a sergeant major fish. When you can see a couple of those looks very silver ones, all of those are barjack fish. And when you can see many all of those scaly fish, all those scaly fish gets the name as a parrotfish, but all those parrotfish have many different names. All those black fish with a white line right by the dorsal and the belly gets the name as a black dudgeon fish. Everyone keep an eye in all those sea fins. Later on I will explain you why all those sea fins looks brown one and purple ones. We here, my friends, we're gonna see many of those gray fish hanging around close to our window. All those gray fish get the name as a Bermuda chap ones. We can see one of those black fish with a yellow tail and a yellow head. All of those get the name as a rock beauty one. We can see one of those right here, right? We have that sea fin periwinkle just going out. That one is a rock beauty fish. Yes, by the edge of the coral right there, we can see one of those massive brain. That piece of the coral right there just looks like a human brain. We can see many of those mountain hill coral formations. Yes, right by the edge of the corals. All those dark little fish right there gets the name as a blue promise.
Usually a sea salmon. Look at this guy.
We can see one of the scaly fish with a gold chest, a kind of red chest. That one is stuffed like parrotfish. And all those scaly fish with a turquoise color are the females of all those parrotfish. The Cozumel ones are the males but with different names. We can see one of the rainbow ones right there. Let me ask you everyone, are you guys enjoying the view?
Yes.
Good, very fantastic. Keep enjoying. Any question, yes, let me know, my friends. Right here on the right side, we can see many of those tiny corals that start growing. We can see those massive brain. We can see a few of those seaweed. There's one of those seaweed right there. There is those tiny sea brains. There's a tiny brain coral formation right there. Now one way here is the fire coral. Looks kind of orange. Like kind of looks kind of orange. Sharpstone, that one is a fire coral formation. One of the princess parrotfish right there, facing up to the surface. All those gray ones we hear are those Bermuda chap ones. Alright, now our Captain Manuel is swimming around our boat. We're gonna do the view once again way here on the right side. My friends, if you guys keep an eye straight down, we can see a couple of spots, those kind of brown ones or black ones. Those one even are corals. Those one gets the name as a brown rock coral formation. Mexican dory. The gray one here is the Bermuda shark one. Those fish right there looks white. There's some black banded. That one is a black banded butterfly fish. Right here we can see one of those caves that we have in the shoreline. Keep on into that cave, we can see a school of all those fish into that cave. This cave right here have 3 different exits. That is big enough that all those scuba divers or snorkel tour guys can go in one exit. There is a school of all those yellow grounds right into that cave. Here we go, we are passing that huge big brain, the one intended to my friends from the right side, the one is almost 1,000 years old. This huge big brain right here have a mix of 3 different types of corals. Have the sea fin, have the mountain star, and have a few of those ledges coral formation. Look at that beautiful school of yellow grounds right here. Keep an eye everyone, this one gonna be our last view. We're here to Paradise Shallow. Once we finish right here and we move to Paradise
It's
Deep,
called Paradise
we're gonna find or we're
Reef.
gonna see different types of corals and different types of fish.
So I'll take my mask
Right
off
here we
and
can
say
see
that
many
again.
of those feathered
Paradise
coral
Reef.
formation. The feathered coral formations is the ones that looks like bloomers, blanc color, very smooth. That little fish is straight down, looks kind of a square one. That one gets the name as a cow or bullfish.
Oh, look at that one. Got red fish down there.
One of the stop-line parrotfish, a very scaly one with a gold chest. Straight down we can see a princess parrotfish, the colorful one. One where there's a princess parrotfish. Just right by the edge of the coral, we can see the mountain hill ones. All those gray ones right here, those big fish are those Bermuda sharks. If you guys keep an eye on all those sea fins, my friends, we can see a few of those sea fins have some tiny white seashells. All those tiny white seashells gets the name as a flamenco thumb. Why? Because when we go and do a scuba every night, for some reason we can grab a few of those tiny white seashells and we can put in our palm those tiny white seashells, and instead of looking white ones, looks purple ones. For the reason all those tiny white seashells gets that name as a flamenco thumb.
Water sure is clear.
everyone. Yes, we finished in Shallow Park. How was it? You guys enjoyed the view over here in the Shallow Park? Good, great, fantastic. Now we can start moving a little bit faster. Yes, I enjoy the view. Then for my friends we're here, keeping an eye over here by the whites on the bottom. Keep an eye. Sometimes when you're passing by the whites on the bottom, we can see a few little lines or little roads.
Tons of
If we
divers.
keep following those little lines or little roads, we can get closer to all the seashells. This is one of those down here. All those seashells that we can find right here. Guess the name as a ping pong shell. Let me explain you something about all those seashells. Oh, you guys can see scuba divers right here on your left side. Keep an eye. Let me explain you something about all those seashells that we can find. We can see right here in Paradise Reef. When we go and fish, my friends, if you want to take some of those seashells and get a meat from all those seashells, for us to do it, it's very hard to take the meat of all those seashells. But for the stingrays, when the stingrays take the meat of the seashells, yes, by swallowing the meat can break the shell. Imagine how powerful those stingrays or those rays can be. Much powerful than us. For us, it's very difficult to take the meat, but from those rays, yes, by swallowing, you can break the shell. We can see some of those Dutch nice bush down here. There's another one way there, that green color. Looks like it all the way path right behind me. The base one looks gray on the middle and down around it. Straight down here we can see one of those queen angel and a French angel. The queen angel looks very blue and yellow color. Those queen angel fish is one of the beautiful fish we're here in the Caribbean. Yes, looks like someone painted. Looks very blue and yellow. But having a PADI certificate. Right from that scuba diver, we can see one of those bottle sponge. Looks like in a basket, brown color, very thick. Another one is aquarium. You just think when you go or you must, you can keep going. Let's let the aquarium push you. You don't need to force yourself. Are you guys enjoying the view, everyone? You guys having fun?
Yeah.
Good, great, fantastic. Then my friends, we are in Cozumel Reef National Park. This part of the reef became a Cozumel National Park since 1996. Since that time, in this place, we don't allow to fish, to anchor boats, to be by the beach, or spend the night after 10 o'clock. In those days, if we want to stay into the national park after 10, we need to call the harbor master and let those guys know that we're gonna be in the national park. Otherwise, if those guys can guess we're here after 10 and those guys can fine us with our permission, we can get an expensive penalty or an expensive ticket. In this place, we are allowed to snorkel, to do a scuba dive, and take these glass bottom tours. With the noise of all those boats that are running back and forth during all day long, keep the big predators away from the shallow waters. The most common one that we can find and we can see sometimes we hear around from all those big predators are those big gray barracudas. But all those big gray barracudas do not represent any danger for swimmers or divers. Why? Because those barracudas never attack any fish that have the same size or big as the barracudas. But those barracudas always very curious, always used to hanging around closer to all the swimmers or divers. Why? Because when those guys used to jump in this water, those guys always used to wear some type of silver or gold jewelry. Why? Because something like that far away from distance looks very shiny, yes, looks like fish scales, and something like that yes looks like a fish. And this when barracudas gets closer to those swimmers or divers. But when barracudas gets closer to those guys and see that those guys are bigger than the barracudas, yes, swim later on somewhere else. So we don't need to afraid to all those barracudas. If you guys want to swim later on and you guys don't want to see any big predators such as barracuda near to you, do not wear any bright object or jewelry, everyone. Straight down way here, yes, by the edge of the coral, we can see another one of the sponges. Looks like in a packet. Right over, we can see a couple of those yellowtail snappers. There is another one over here, looks brown color, very thick. Right in front of that barrel sponge, we can see attachment knot one, looks dark green color. Over here on the left side, all those navy blue tiny fish are those blue chromies. We're gonna do the view once again. We're here on the right side. There is another conch shell right there. Those conch shell is a very tasty meat. Way here in the island, those local people always used to make by ceviche. Ceviche is a meat, conch meat with some tomato, onions, and cilantro, lime, black pepper, and salt. This is the way they can eat with some chips. Otherwise, we can do a fillet and do with garlic and butter. One of the tasty ones, garlic and butter. Some concrete about 1 ton, one over to another one to create waves up to 20 feet high. So one of those big waves make that pillar gets down and make that peak collapse at 100%. So that one is one of the pillars of Puerto Mayo International Pier. Keep an eye straight down way here, my friends. We can see those gray snappers hiding themselves into that cave. We can see all that is full of those blue chromies here as well. There's that horse hijack right there. Right behind we can see a Bermuda chop. That secret one. Straight. Right over those pillars.
Right there. See those gray snappers?
Straight down we can see all those gray snappers. Those gray snappers down here, my friends, when those gets adult can get about 6 feet long. And those fishermen were here in the island, when those gray snappers gets adult about 6 feet long, called different. And instead of calling gray snappers, called as a dog snapper. Why? Because when those fishermen goes and do the spearfish, if those guys don't hit those fish can go over those guys and to bite them. For that reason, those fishermen were here in the island call those gray snappers when those get adult as a dog snapper, not gray snapper.
We have red stuff. There's a big school right there. See it?
There you go, did that school down there.
Hello.
One school of the gray snapper and the yellowtail snapper, close to each other. That horse, Aja, way here doesn't move. Maybe he hunting all those blue chromies. Feeding itself. Straight down we can see all those tiny sponges, looks like in a tube. That one gets the name as a pipe stalk sponge, looks kind of yellow and green. We can see a couple of those orange fish, looks like flapping their body. And we say orange triggerfish.